If you are the person looking for your purpose in life, you make yourself relevant and develop the best version of yourself, this is the show for you. I'm Charlotte Ibanez. I'm your host for the Seed of Life TV. Change doesn't happen overnight. Every incremental step you take daily will add up to who you will become in the future. In this show, you will learn how to succeed, optimize, and lead in your industry. It is our aim to plant a seed into someone's life every time. In each episode, we invite people who in real life have the same struggles like you, like me, when they were starting out on their career or business. Like many of us, they started also looking for solutions, and through their tenacity and grit, they were able to discover what they were set out to do.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in any part of the world. Welcome to the Seed of Life show. We'll have with us today Nishi Shetty. And has there been any incident in your life that became a turning point, and what are the lessons that you can share to our audience about it?
There have been turning points. There were some big major events in my life, and there were some regular events that happened with everyone. So when I moved from India to UAE back in 2000, I had restarted my career after 5 years of gap because my son was born. And when I restarted and I came here, what I was told was that you will not get a job in HR directly. You can only get a small job in recruitment company. Mm-hmm. And I had previous experience in training in recruitment companies. So I said, okay, let's move with the flow. And that was my first lesson. Let's move with the flow, take on what you're getting, and then that will open new doors. And that exactly happened. I took up a job with a recruitment company for 1 year, and then I left it after 1 year, and then I never had to look back. I worked with multinationals, with big names like Alphathame, Gulf Agency Company, a Swedish logistics company, and Sangoba, which was the last company in my career. And I was recommended or headhunted for all of these positions. So what I say is that do not always overplan or always be spontaneous. So there are times you have to plan, and there are times you have to move with the flow. Be it entrepreneurship, be it your job. And during that time, I also had a big road traffic accident where I was 21 days in ICU and 4 months in bed. My brain got impacted and damaged tremendously since then. But I took it as an inspiring story, and I took it as a challenge, and I made sure that I move on with life. My vocal cord, recently I tested myself. My vocal cord is twisted, and I should not have been speaking, properly, let alone being a trainer. And I decided, forget about how much part of my brain is damaged. Forget about how much a vocal cord is working. I am going to move on in life. And this is something that I'm really happy to be honored with this award, because I have proven myself.
Wow.
So that was the first turning point. And second was when the midlife crisis, which all of us have. And I'm coaching quite a lot of people who have midlife crisis because you stop enjoying your job. And when you stop enjoying your job, you try to find out what is happening. And most of the people, point outside. The boss is wrong, the company is wrong, I'm not getting a promotion, I'm not getting development. And there's one finger, one thumb that is, moving into your direction. How about introspecting? And I introspected and then realized what I loved doing is helping people, making an impact, transforming people. And then I had already started to take these certifications in coaching, emotional intelligence, personality type, MBTI, DISC, neuro-linguistic programming. I said, why don't I apply? And I started applying all of this on myself first. And when I saw the success, when I saw I'm turning into a new leaf, I decided to do free coaching for a lot of millennials, a lot of teenagers who were having anxiety issues, suicidal tendencies, due to work, study from home, homeschooling, from work from home. So when I started doing that, I realized that my strength is more than what I'm doing, and I am underutilizing myself. So this was another turning point, and I took the leap of faith and started my own entrepreneurship.
Wow. Inspiring stories that you have. It's not all about being spontaneous and having it all together planned up, because life is not like that. There are occasions there, I totally agree with you. There are occasions that even though you plan, things happen differently, right? And so you have to be flexible and adaptive. And one of the major turning point in your life, which is experiencing the car accident. Who would have thought that you have experienced that? But here you are today speaking and doing consultancy services, training people, the circumstances around you that people in ordinary course of things would think that this will become the limitation to you. You were able to survive and hurdle that obstacle. What drives you to to say that, okay, I can do this, I can speak, my whatever happened to my brain, that's not gonna limit me?
One is the ambition of transforming the world. I want to transform 1 million people in my life, whatever way, training or coaching. And the second is I wanted to overcome this word fear. I mean, 90% of the fear in the world is public speaking fear. That is number one. Secondly, after having gone through this emotional intelligence training myself and training other people, what I realized is everything where we are stopping ourselves is coming from fear. So what if we just work on this one word? So whenever anything is stopping me, or whenever I'm not doing well enough in any area of my life, I ask myself, are you coming from the space of fear in this decision? Or are you coming from the space of fearlessness? And once I answer myself, I know that my decision is wrong because I'm coming from the space of fear. So I change it every time, overcoming those negative emotions. After the accident, when I normally don't tell people, but I like to tell because there are a lot of people who have stopped driving because they had a very small accident. My car turned 3 times and I was in the hospital for 1 month in ICU. And recently, last week, I traveled 500 kilometers just for one meeting from Abu Dhabi to Ras Al Khaimah. And I did not stop driving. In fact, I started driving more after the accident because my job demanded it. When you're versatile, when you're dynamic, when you can do anything or everything, don't you think your employer, the management, would want to nominate you for different assignments, projects, promotions, rather than you are having so many inhibitions and limitations in your life? So I want to be in the space where I can do it, is my logo, is my word, is my belief.
It's so nice to hear that from you, and I can see that you are helping a lot of people having that transformation, because you're not doing it just because you are offering it as a service, but because it started from you. It's coming from your own experience. A lot of things. This transformational journey that people are going through as your client, what motivates you as an entrepreneur? Because
when there's a lot of negativity coming in, coaching is not easy.